Yeah.
It's Will Smith walking at me. Never did I think that you were about to slap my fucking molars out.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's KFC and this imposter pretending to be Feidelberg. Look at that baby face. Ow! Little sex kitten.
I was at
Look at that smile you got. Look at me.
I'm blushing. I was at a wedding this weekend, and a lot of the moms were like, because I had for the welcome party, I had the beard still because I wanted.
So you did like a costume change.
Yeah, I wanted to fuck with the bride because I had told her earlier, like she'd been like
not doing this.
She's like, you're not having that fucking beard, right? And that's why I shaved it clean because I didn't want to trim it and then have it because it's not as funny to trim it and then have that thing.
Right.
So I was like, I knew I was going bare, but I wanted to get one more night and one more look of panic out of her. And I actually saw her. I saw her at the church. Even for I shaved between the rehearsal itself at the church and the rehearsal dinner is when I shaved.
Okay.
So when I was at the church, she's like, you just need to tell me right now. I need to be mentally prepared. Are you going to have that or
is
not?
This joke on or
you
off?
can do what you want, but like, I need to know now. And I was like, I swear I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then I showed up at the rehearsal dinner and I was shaved.
Oh, okay.
And people were like, didn't recognize, so like the priest straight up did not know who I was.
Yeah,
and I had seen him an hour earlier, and then some of them like it was a wedding of two people I went to high school with, so like I knew like everybody there.
Yeah,
and the moms were like, "You're handsome."
I'm telling you,
I was like, maybe a little bit.
You've been playing like the long con, just intentionally being ugly for a few years. I still got it. We'll talk more about the beard in a second because today's episode is brought to you by Schick. How'd it feel? How'd it feel when you were just like,
dude? It was
with a 5-blader now. You know how long it's been since I shaved? I don't think I did a 5-blader.
I didn't use. I
maxed out at 4.
I used the bamboo because I care about the environment.
The bamboo.
You choose which one you want to do.
The stubble eraser, they've got it all, dude. First of all, this feels like you're buying an iPhone.
Yeah,
this feels like it's like a
brand
new like electrical, like a high end gadget. But they got the bamboo stick, what do they call that? What do they call that thing?
Handle it is.
Bamboo handle. They got the stubble eraser. They got the sensitive. They got the extra sensitive. And as much as I like the stubble for my look, I do like the feeling of like.
Oh, I like this, what I have right now.
Yeah, like a little bit. Oh, now it's like sandpaper. Yeah. I don't like, when I have too much stubble, like it gets itchy. And then I remember in my previous life, like, shaving it down and being like, ooh,
dude, it was bananas easy. And that's very much thanks to Schick. It's also
you also had the trimmer.
It's also thanks to a little bit of just my genetics of thinning facial hair.
It was not like
I joked on the video. At one point, I thought I was just pulling it out.
Dude, I'm basically just pulling this out.
Shout out Amy Schumer.
Dude, like it was honestly, it was like shearing a sheep. Like it was coming off in like huge.
I didn't shave. I sheared myself.
It wasn't like I wasn't. Some people can just go up and it's all gone. I was like keeping it in. Like I have it. I'm gonna say that I have it still. I kept it. Got through TSA with it.
Should be here?
It's not here. You're like, is it in this room?
Even weirder.
I just need to know.
Wait, if you had it and you like brought it in for content.
I just forgot my bag.
But that was the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, why is it not here?
I was gonna do, and we'll do it next episode, but I was gonna do it like, hey, I got an idea. Let's play Dump Out John's Bag. And then there's gonna be a bag of hair, which is in it. I didn't have a bag of a sandwich bag handy, but I did have some trash from when I was on the airplane. So it's in a bag of trail mix.
You have your shaved beard in an empty used bag of trail mix? Brother. Brother, you are the trash bag. You are the most disgusting man in the world. You are Frank Reynolds. That is disgusting. Like, oh, this will work.
Bro, I was gonna make note of it when I was shaving in the video. I was gonna be like, oh, like have an image of me putting it up and put it in the bag and saying out loud that I'm keeping it. But I had my two friends in the room. I didn't want them to hear me, so I just sneaky did it.
Well, I don't know if Schick can endorse that behavior because it's absolutely despicable and, to be honest, a little bit mentally unfair. But Schick is the presenting sponsor for the show and the Blade Bet. So if you are shaving, if you're an everyday shaver, if you've just lost a bet, if you're looking to finally shave it clean, whatever your reasoning may be, Schick has everything for your unique style. All different types of sensitive skin, all different types of blades, all different types of handles, everything you may need. And right now you can get 20% off the men's individual items when you go to Schick.com and use code Barstool. Exclusions apply. Limit 1 coupon redemption per customer while supplies last. Terms are subject to change without any notice. Schick.com.
Real quick.
Promo code Barstool.
Real quick on the bet. So what happens now? So we have like 1 day each?
Yeah.
So no, as of right now, and I wanted to bring this up, Kevin, you might have fucked yourself going live for the Kevin Clancy show with
I
Will
know.
Smith
And then I
thing.
get him a lot of subscribers.
So halfway through that, I turned on subscriber-only chat.
You son of a bitch. I didn't say to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I want subscribers. So I did that. Tell me. So
Take the knife out of my
it's
back.
pretty close. Like right now, at this moment,
Wait, he was like 1,000 off. How many subscribers did I get for that?
a couple hundred, but it's something where
When did this
John-
happen?
Today.
Today.
I went live for Will Smith and I fucked myself.
Yeah.
Because no, he fucked me. I was like, we're gonna get some subscribers, but whatever, work is work. I didn't say to put any subscriber only stipulations on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You son of a
I'm
bitch.
doing this for subscribers. Like, of course I'm doing that. So you each get 1 day.
See, I almost don't want to have the lead.
Well,
I'm gonna throw it.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's
make
where,
people subscribe on. Like, is this your last day? I think I might make some people subscribe, and then I get the last day.
Yeah. So Kevin,
Because whoever gets the last day can just be like, I'm doing dick pics. You know?
so it's supposed to be tomorrow when this comes out. It's your day.
This is also bullshit because he shaved. This is bullshit.
Well, I'm trying to
My
decide.
motivation-
Maybe I took the bullet, and maybe I don't
you
win this
said
bet.
I'm pretty sure you said you would shave your whole body now.
Oh, I did say that. I
But you don't
care
even
about
have any body hair.
that. I got chest hair.
Barely. It's not like you'd be like, Josh Potter out here. Like,
Yeah.
you my motivation, as much as I was making jokes about like Feidelberg, let's make Feidelberg shave his beard. My motivation was for me not to shave. So this is bullshit.
Yeah. So now,
The whole thing is bullshit now.
so John, technically you have the last day. We're not doing the 31st. That's like the deciding day. But
what does that mean?
Oh,
just like that. Nobody has that day. It's just like the answer day.
because it's
Okay.
15-15 for
Got
each.
it, got
And
it,
then-
got it, got it.
So John, you will have Wednesday, and if you want to, you could somehow make
If he has the lead. If I have the lead.
going into tomorrow.
So I could be like, I could sabotage myself for
By
today. and,
telling
like,
people
subscribe for Feidelberg.
Right now, you could tell people go subscribe, do a bunch, and like so that way
And then
he
I'm going to
passes
tell
you,
them to
and then you would
unsubscribe on the
have
final day.
Yeah, and then John would have tomorrow, and you would have the last day.
It's a game of
it's close.
strategy.
It is
Strategic-
interesting.
strategic
It's
over
gotten
here.
very like today. Like I think it would have been.
I was up
going
with 1,000 people.
live. You going live really did it.
Those
thanks.
subscribers should be mine. This is bullshit. So what you should do is go live on my day and make an OnlyFans or
I'll
something.
definitely do that.
This is bullshit.
So yeah.
Well, but I
essentially
had
it's
to.
still up in the air.
I had to because it was just. I mean, I would say that Will Smith and Chris Rock is the biggest bloggable moment since what? Since
I don't have a guess.
right? I mean, like a long time, right?
I mean,
the caliber of people involved, it's stunning.
it's the most unbelievable thing. I was on a plane for it, so I didn't see it
Wow.
live.
So
So, like,
were you able to find was it landed and you found out, or you found out on the plane?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not poor. I buy Wi-Fi on the plane,
Yeah.
so it's $5.
imagine if you were to, like,
people.
I'm just gonna-
People
listen.
just don't get Wi-Fi on planes. It's
That's crazy.
Nuts.
I'll get Wi-Fi. Sometimes I'm dead tired and I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I get the Wi-Fi anyway.
I
I
wanna
want to be able to wake up and have
I'm in
it.
the air.
Yeah,
I fucking
yeah.
buy Wi-Fi.
But I thought maybe there was a chance because you've been on this fucking run where you were like passed out on the plane. Imagine if you woke up like hours later.
No.
and were like,
I did see
"Holy
it.
Shit.
I saw
almost
it
went to bed.
live in the sense that like I saw it live on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
But I saw I think maybe Nate was one of the first tweets I saw. I was like, did that just happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then like as it happened, I was like, once I said, because the video hadn't come out yet, because that's always a little behind. I'm sitting there refreshing, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way!" Like, I couldn't believe how dumb everyone was. I was like,
real.
And I was like seeing like people like such as yourself, like people who I know the internet and know fake. I'm like, well, there's no Kevin thinks it's real. What are you talking about? There's no fucking chance that Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock in the fucking mouth on stage.
The mouth is a good way to put it too.
And then I saw the video, and
I mean,
I think the
now, are you sold that it's 100% real?
100%.
So am I.
Oh, yeah.
But we talked about it on the rundown. It's a little bit weird the way Chris Rock handled himself.
How come?
Because so he's had his hands behind his back.
Yeah,
he's just doing his presenter thing, right? Will Smith gets up and starts marching at him.
Yeah, he's walking like guy's gonna hit someone.
He had like his coat flaps flapping. He was like, I'm about to go fuck this guy up. Now, part of me feels like in that moment, I would stand my ground being like, Will Smith's about to do some shit, like try to take the fucking stage from me or try to just hijack this moment and talk shit or whatever. At that moment, still probably not thinking that I'm going to get physically assaulted. But then, like, look at that.
We're gonna get to assault. In a second.
I mean, you know what I mean. But it's like a little bit weird that he's like, he leans into it with his head, and then as the smack comes through, he leans his head, like he goes with it. And the weirdest thing to me is,
what is this right here we're looking at? This breakdown, like bracing for contact. Yeah, he's about to get fucking hit.
Yeah, but okay, yes, but don't you think that your reaction would be like, throw your hands up? It's weird to stay like when you do this. This is like in those Russian slap movies, slap challenges where you're like, I have to put my hands behind my back because like that's the rules of the fucking game. Look at this. He doesn't. And don't get me wrong, I still think it's 100% real. I just think it's weird. It is quick. It is quick.
He's fucking.
And the slow motion is even quick.
He's a quick draw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually, again, in slow motion, that's even quicker than I remembered.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like a cock back, it's like from the hip.
Boom! Yeah, that's a fucking fast fuck right there.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what is so funny?
Look at the way he recoils. He's looking.
I know.
He's looking like, what the fuck?
I love the
so
smile.
Goddamn real.
The smile at first is the Chris Rock, like he's cheesing. You know when Chris Rock does that, like, Will Smith. Yeah, you about to slap me, Will Smith. Yeah, it's so good. Dude.
That's real.
Yeah, no, that's real. And then the main thing to me, not even all that. And people can always say like they're actors, but when he was like, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, and the way Chris Rock was like, all right, dude. Like I will. Like
he said,
that was all very real.
I'm going to. It was the most like
and
like you would say like it's the most simp cuck way to say something if Will Smith wasn't involved in the situation.
Well, that's
like,
what
I'm
is
going to. Like it was
gunning.
He was very fucking serious
in a moment where when you are known to be a cuck yourself.
Yeah, right.
And you talk about my wife's name and use the word mouth. There is a layup of all layups there for a comedian. You're putting it on a fucking tee for him, and you just smacked him in the face. If Chris Rock subtly was like, yeah, I mean, speaking of your wife's mouth, it feels like everybody in Hollywood's in there or whatever, and it could have just been like a, oh shit, like mic drop. But I really think that Chris Rock is just a like 50-something-year-old adult, mature man who is just like, what the people who are like, Chris Rock's a bitch too. What do you want him to fucking wrestle him on stage?
Yeah. I do, because dude, can you imagine if like
if they were like,
they're wrestling, but then like fucking
Denzel pops in,
other celebrities probably gonna be the ones to break it up.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Well, that is so. I can't decide what I think. On the one hand, I think this is the biggest bitch move of all time.
From Will Smith.
It's immature. It's fucking crazy. It's lunatic behavior.
It's insane.
He laughed at the joke. Sees his
but no,
wife. Okay, no. I know what you're gonna say. Like I think he was kind of laughing like prior to the joke, right?
And just like
but
you hear what you like when someone's just like you're at like someone's talking about you, you're just like yeah.
And then I say something and it's like I was laughing about that, not this.
Yeah.
But
and also even if you say something that I don't like, I'm still laughing just because like. It's easier than being uncomfortable.
Agreed, but my point being
that means I'm not gonna come fucking slap you in a second.
Yeah, because if you're gonna do that, you're a bitch. But I think in the moment he was not enjoying, but like this is just fine.
Yeah.
Like if the whole time he was like grilling him, and then you said something, but he's laughing, sees Jada, and then I think we've all been there before.
Was there like I know that there's the video of
because she's like rolling her eyes, like oh my god, I'm embarrassed or whatever. and then he.
I mean, but
had to
also
have
let's be
looked
clear,
across
the
the table.
joke fucking sucks.
It's a fucking throwaway joke.
Like
It's
even Chris Rock was like, that joke sucked. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
right.
Because-
It's a total throwaway.
Right. Which
It's
is
just-
like, I mean,
it's
my-
like crowd work. It's just like whatever.
It's but like if like I guess the argument there would be like if it's a shitty joke and you know it's a shitty joke, just don't say it.
Yes, but also it's okay. There's a big gap between that and I'm gonna fucking smack you in the mouth.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
So like, and let me speak to the alopecia army out there now. Come on, bro.
Do you die of alopecia? Like
I
do
know!
do I not know what alopecia is?
People
Like,
being like, because also what happened was everybody who learned that thought that they had some inside info.
Yeah.
So they were like replying on Twitter to all
Like,
these tweets, being like, actually,
she
it's
has
alopecia.
alopecia.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of like, isn't that the thing that Charlie Villanueva had?
Yeah, well, like I got friends' parents with that. We make fun of them all the time.
All the time.
It's like,
and especially her, like she has her head shaved for a long time now. She probably has microblade eyebrows, some fake eyelashes, and she pulls off the shaved head look. No big deal. It's no big deal for her. And I'm sure, whatever, fine, it upsets you, and I get all that. But like, bottom line, you can't be, look how everyone else is smiling, and you're that mad. There's just no way. But my thing is like, I said if somebody made a joke about, if they made like a cancer joke and she was like dying of cancer.
Right.
If you make like a kid joke and she had like a miscarriage or a dead kid or something, like the bar to do what he did is insane. You have to be equally as insane to say these things.
I'd say it's
I think it's
insurmountable.
legitimately dead kids or like dead wife.
the only person who would say that stuff would be Kevin Garnett. Whatever,
Right.
whatever you
You
need to
remember
get
that?
slapped.
Well, he told Charlie Villanueva he's a cancer patient, and then when they asked him about it, he goes, "Oh no, I just meant he was a cancer to his team." No, you meant he was a fucking cancer patient because he looks like.
I don't even mean that that's the one that was bad. I mean like just like KG.
Oh, just in general.
In general,
yeah.
you just say the
No,
shit.
you know who would do that? Ari Shaffir.
Oh, yeah,
If
yeah.
I'm trying to think of the comic up there who would say something slapworthy. It would be Ari, and I could see the world being like, "Okay, yeah, Ari deserved that one. Sounds good." I just, we've certainly been there, and I would imagine other guys many guys have been there when your girl decides to get upset about something, and you're like, "Well, I gotta do something here." It's not usually like fucking, assault, but there's been times where it's like, I'm not interested in any altercation right now, but I got to do something to like placate her, and I think that's. The big picture here, I think, is Will Smith is trapped in a horrible, toxic relationship.
Yes, I think that happens. I think that it happens less often than we lead on with like. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a girl be like, "Are you gonna do something?"
When I dumped that
What?
fucking
No.
that beer on that girl's head, I was 100% doing it because I was just like, "Bitch, I have to. I don't want to do this, but I fucking have to." Now.
I forgot about that. That's insane. That's
Insane.
so
Crazy person
insane.
move.
that you did.
and no repercussions. I remember. So the story, I was at the Osprey at the Jersey Shore, and these girls were being very rude. It was at like the peak of early Barstool quote unquote fame, if you will, when people would like kind of treat us like zoo animals, where it was like, real famous people, you're almost a little nervous to approach, Us being famous, it was just like, we will walk right up to you and touch you and poke you and ask you and flash you and all that shit. So these girls were being kind of rude like that. They were doing the thing where they're dancing and like purposely bumping into you and like her.
Yeah.
They were being assholes. And I do think there was like a spilled drink that was half accident, half not accident. But that girl just, bam, smashed my girl in the face with a drink. And I was like, fuck. And I poured a full one of those aluminum bottles of Bud Light. Like, blub, 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 blub. And I remember doing it like this, kind of being like, like the boyfriend or the bouncer, someone's gonna. But I remember being like, I gotta, because the alternative is I go home and for the next 6 months I hear about like, oh, remember those fucking groupies were doing this, that, and the other thing, and you didn't step, And I was like, whatever happens here will be a lesser punishment than what I deal with for fucking weeks and months to come.
Usually, when you have to do something, it's to a man.
I know. That's the worst part.
Usually, it's like, all right, if it's a chick, that's your business. You handle that.
Yeah, for real. You're right. You're right.
But the
I think Jada Pinkett has him trapped. I don't know how or why, but what is he? Just
like most-
she's fucking other people. You're writing books about how like upset you are, and people say that you're jealous of Tupac still, and you're crying and you're puking. It's like just be divorced.
I think like most poisonous things on the planet, the root is religion. So I think I'm
Scientology.
guessing there's some Scientology shit
Yeah.
going on here.
I'm guessing there's
that
some-
we don't really understand and never will.
I could see that. I also think there's some good old fashioned like blackmail going on.
Oh,
Just
that's
like-
Scientology.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's like step one of
Right.
Scientology.
We're gonna blackmail you into
Right.
sticking around here. Yeah. I think she's just like, I'm gonna tell the whole world that you're gay or that you did some weird shit or you're into some weird shit. But like, who? Unless it's illegal, who cares?
Yeah.
You're Will Smith. And up until this moment, like, he's lost his way, but he's fucking cool, man. Like, he's still gonna be good.
I mean, dude, he was cool as fuck
Okay,
last
so,
night.
so that
Like,
was my thing. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, I said it's a bitch move, but it's like a made man mob boss. I can walk up to you, pop you in the mouth, and not only do I not get arrested or anything, like nobody lifts a finger. And then 2 minutes later, I go win the award.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that is some
don't-
fucking gangster shit.
I definitely don't think it's a bitch move. I don't think any part of that is bitch. I think that's all fucking. I think if it was him, he's sensitive about a joke about him. I think maybe you could be like, you're being a pussy, dude. But also, like, I think
maybe not bitch, but that's a loser move.
I think anyone who's like, it's just jokes. I think it's almost like us making fun of people with pranks. Like, it's just a prank, bro. Well, guess what? Sometimes pranks get you fucking hit.
I
like,
know,
that's
but
sometimes.
but there's a level to a joke that response is warranted, and that was.
But that's not up for us to decide. It's up for the fucking dude who's gonna hit you.
I guess, but it feels like it's up to Jada Pinkett to decide. I think Jada Pinkett's a fucking asshole. That's what I think. I think these are two people who are like maladjusted and don't understand the rest of society.
Oh, that's undeniable.
You
But
know?
like, I don't. I think it's fucking. I think this is far more badass than it is anything else.
Yeah, but he's also so
just
small.
you're like I'm not like none of you are gonna do anything to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna fucking
He got
hit
comforted
this dude in the mouth.
Denzel and them were like they said that
Nah,
Denzel
that
and Tyler
wasn't-
Perry ran over and like were.
They didn't comfort. It wasn't comfort. It was.
They were laughing and
Yeah,
joking
that's what I
with his
mean. The
hands
pictures
on
were
him.
laughing. That's not like.
But that's not like walking over there and being like, "What the fuck
like,
are
hey,
you
it's
doing,
okay."
dude?"
Yeah.
But I mean, it's.
But it's also
not-
like that. All right, so really the crux of my thing here is it's not that big. Like, it's insane.
Dude,
But
it's a big
insane.
deal.
But slapping someone isn't that big a deal. I don't think.
What are you talking about?
I think like look on stage at the Oscars. That's
Yes,
all
but
fucking
that's
nuts.
where it happened.
Yeah, but like when people are like this is assault. Like,
Oh no, that's
it's
crazy.
not fucking
That's
assault.
crazy.
Like
I mean, technically by the letter of the law, it is.
Yes.
But like when people were like I can't believe Chris Rock didn't press charges, or is he going to press charges? Like
Stephen J said he should
yeah,
press
oh,
charges.
of course,
Well, of
right.
course, Stephen
J is a fucking.
And Big Cat
you
was
know.
like, I'm going to get you framed for murder.
no, that's all.
like
absurd.
that. I wouldn't get someone kicked out of a bar for that.
no, but
I'd be like, all right,
but-
fucking. That's
like
it. Leave it alone.
if you did that at like an event or something, I would be like, you're like embarrassed. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're fucking an idiot. You're a loser, and you're embarrassing yourself. And you are like a mega famous superstar, and you are like stooping to a ridiculous level.
It's-
you know?
it's
I wouldn't just
absurd.
be like, you slapped somebody.
But
know?
you'd be like, I don't want to fuck with that dude. That dude's nuts.
Right. Well, yeah. I think it's far more that dude's crazy than it is like, whoa. I think that's like that dude's whipped by his girl and he like slapped her in the face because of it. I think there's a weird level of.
But
like,
I hope there's another fucking camera angle because what could she have done? Like it was so fast. Like you think she looked that angry that he's like because like there's like she looks angry. I mean she looks like mildly displeased in that video.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't see that in my wife or my girlfriend and be like I gotta go
fight.
fucking
Well,
create history.
No. I think this is more like the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think there was like we have a signal like when I tap my finger and
right.
go fight somebody. But I think this is like he's in some sort of weird toxic relationship where he's and I'm totally fucking armchair fucking what's it called armchair doctor
Armchair
quarterback
expert.
whatever it is
Yeah.
where it's like who fucking knows what goes on in their relationship, but everything we've seen seems like super weird. It seems like she's the boss. It seems like she gets to fuck other people and he doesn't really want that to be the case. She's fucking her son's friends. That's weird. And it's like I think that he probably was just like I'm going to snap one day and
National television on your big night.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
The night you're gonna win best man or best actor.
That's where I was like, the world is a fucking, it's all a stage, bro. Like the fact that he won, I could have seen a scenario where the Academy like pulled that.
There's
they also
the
probably secretly are
rumors
like,
about it
love
right
it.
now, but there's
Well, they have to put the rumors are the best case now to be like, of course we were going to do.
yeah, I mean like
They did
there's-
put up something that said we have no tolerance for violence. It's like, well, apparently you do.
yeah.
Apparently you do have some you tolerate it to the point that you celebrate the man and give him the stage for fucking 10 minutes.
But like I mean like you can't not give the guy the award that I mean he was the very clear favorite. It was
surprised by that, by the way.
I haven't seen the movie. So,
It's good, and as far as I know, like I said earlier, when Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles, we like knew what Ray Charles looked like and talked like,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
mannerisms and shit. So it was like, oh, he nailed that. I don't really know what he was like, you know, and I think he did a good job. But I was just surprised, and I'm talking about movies I haven't seen, but I was surprised that Denzel doing some Shakespeare shit, Benedict Cumberbatch doing some gay shit, and whatever happens in Coda.
Coda's dope, but
Those are all three-
Coda they won. Coda he won.
Right,
There was no
but-
best actor in Coda.
Oh, okay.
He
But I'm just
he was
saying
the
that
leading
they're-
man, but he wasn't the
Right.
star.
I could just see other more typical, like at the end of the day, that's a sports movie, and like those, you know, that just doesn't usually win.
Yeah.
I was surprised that some of the other like clear theatrical type performances didn't edge it out, but
Yeah,
but
Coda was big fire, and Tony
can't-
Kotzer
I'm
was.
done. I'm not watching movies that make me cry anymore.
I loved Mike crying. It was
can't
a lot of
commit-
fun crying to Coda.
I almost should because I like you got to get it out, but I can't commit to like 2.5 hours tonight. I got no kids. I got
Coda's
nothing to
pretty
do.
short too, I think.
Oh, is it?
I was saying
Well,
hour
I'll just cry
45
for an
maybe.
hour 45. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I can't commit to like okay, I'm gonna do that and just cry. So I haven't watched it yet, but I don't deny it sounds like it's fucking incredible. But and then that speech sucked. His
Tony's.
Tony's.
Oh, you're talking about Tony
Jack-
Kotzer's Coda. You mean
Will Smith, because he even starts it by saying like, Richard Williams was a man who fiercely defended his family, and I thought he was going to be like, and I showed that tonight, but like, but I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. And he's talking about the devil and the girls. I protected the girls who played Venus and Serena. What are you talking about? You protected them?
I must say I did not watch the speech.
It was like, I mean, talk about, when we used to do electric chairs and the audience would be ahead, so the viewers would spike up because they were like, we got to see how he reacts to this home run. That was that moment. Like, people were probably tuning in, knowing he won, and as he's walking up, I feel like viewers were like literally edge of their seat, like, what is he gonna say? And that speech was like, and then he calls himself a vessel for love.
I saw that.
He gave me a vessel for love when you literally, by the letter of the law, committed assault a second ago.
the video of him afterwards. I actually haven't played it with audio. What song is he dancing to?
What do you think?
Is he getting jiggy
Getting
with it?
jiggy with it.
I saw people saying that, and I was like, they must be joking. So
Nope.
it was he's going ham.
He's got his
getting
fucking
jiggy with it.
Academy Award in his hand,
Dude.
singing. You know what's funny too?
Dude, I'm all in on this. Never mind. I'm fucking. This is a pro Will
Oh,
Smith
look at this
side of the podcast.
KB just bow.
Oh God!
That was really fucking hard. Holy shit! Yo, let me just tell you right
Brandon
now,
got
your face.
TJ before, and it's fucking brutal.
Let me just tell you your face right now. If we're ever doing like slap content for fun like that, do not hit me that hard. I will have a fucking serious problem with that. I feel like dancing to Getting Jiggy with It. You know what's funny? In like the second verse of Getting Jiggy with It, because I played it for the youths of our show here. I was like, do you guys even know what Getting Jiggy with It is? They had no idea. In that song, he goes, never see Will attacking them, rather play ball with Shaq and them. Well,
Yeah.
not anymore. Apparently times have changed. That is pretty cocky to have your, but I even feel like, I think there's a difference between not giving a fuck and like pretending to not give a fuck. I feel like he was crying, he was a mess.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I love a psychopath. He's fucking.
But do you think he's crazy, or do you think he's like broken and like just like
all of
mess?
it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no, I forgot about that. The fact that it was Getting Jiggy with it, 100% love Will Smith.
They say, because Diddy just jumped in here being
I saw he did a
Jerry
video.
Springer. He was on stage, I guess, either to present or he just hijacked it or whatever. I don't think it was aired, but he said like, we're gonna get like these are two brothers and we're gonna deal with this at Beyonce's gold party. Like we're good. Like, I'm sure Beyonce was kind of like, wait, what? Like, we're not gonna settle the score at my fucking party. And then afterwards, like he talked to Page Six, and Diddy was like, I can confirm that like they squashed this beef. No, they didn't. Bro, no,
they talked to that thing?
Apparently, or at least like they were there. I guess at the one where he was dancing was the Vanity Fair after party. Diddy was talking about the Beyonce party. I don't know where they said they squashed it. But even if they did, like even if
I think I would forgive this so quick
really,
if I was Chris. I think I'd be like, dude.
like I could see my move might be like yeah, whatever, man. But I'd be like, but also, fuck you. I hate your guts.
I don't know.
You think you have genuine forgiveness in that moment?
That was
fucking
so
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like you almost have to laugh about it. Like, bro,
Like, what were you fucking
that was
thinking, dude?
insane.
Well, even there's a
like I
clip
thought
with
you were
him-
gonna come up and like we were gonna like joke around or something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Will Smith walking at me. Never did I think that you were about to slap my fucking molars out.
Did you see when they all walked away after it? Like, you know, when the presenters and the hot girls come out. And,
Yeah.
And they all kind of walk away. And there's a shot of Chris Rock. And he's like, Jesus Christ. like just, but not in a way of like, where's the manager? Like, let me, he was just like,
Yeah,
fucking
what the
God.
fuck? Like, wait,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do there?
But
What-
okay, so I think if Will Smith came up to me and said like, yo, bro, I lost my shit. And like, what's been going on. And that August guy who's fucking my wife and like all that shit. Like, I lost it. And then I could be like, cool.
Yeah.
But he, like, when he went up there and he apologized to the Academy and all his nominees and not him. Like, it seemed like he went out of his way to be like, no,
I
still fuck you,
apologize
Chris
to
Rock.
everyone except for that fucking bitch who was talking about my wife. If you want another slap, I got another hand.
Yo, it is just so staggering, too, that it's the perfect storm for everything. For, like, there's no harm done, so we can all make fun of it and talk like this. It's two guys, same age, basically, same level of fame, basically. I guess the only thing is one was bigger than the other physically.
Yeah.
But like two black guys in the same realm, on the same level of fame.
Oh man, I
all
wish
of
it
that.
was a white
If
person
it
who
was a
slapped a
white-
black
if
person.
it
They got
was-
to sit back down.
Oh my God.
That would be
Oh
unbelievable.
my God. If a
Bro, that would be unbelievable.
Wait, what do you think? What do you think is more crazy? What do you think?
I
would be
think
more crazy?
what if Tony Kotzer went up there and fucking,
Wait, who's that?
The guy from Coda and fucking slapped Chris Rock.
What do
in
you
the
think is
mouth
crazier?
and
If
sat
a
back down.
white guy got up and slapped the black guy, for obvious reasons, that would be like, holy fucking shit. But I also think it would be unbelievable if it was like a white guy and like Will Smith's just marching at you and just fucking. Because I think Chris Rock just takes that. I think the wrong guy in Hollywood, like a little white fucking theater kid, would like collapse to the ground and be like a soccer player, be like, ah!
I think
Like Will Smith, Chris Rock.
Who would you want to see him hit the most? Because like Cumberbatch is in my head.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Bro, there's a
Oh,
lot of people who don't get hit because the second that Will Smith takes the stage, they take off
They're
running.
gone. Right. That's what I mean. Like Chris Rock, I don't think of him as some badass, but he's he stood his ground and all that shit. I think if you get some like who's like a little tiny fucking, I can't even think of a good example.
I
but just-
really can't think of one either.
Just some like
Fred Armisen.
like the redhead guy from Modern Family. Like
Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
I can see him being like, all right, never mind. As soon as he gets up, like something's happening here and I don't want to be a part of this. Like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not getting Kanye'd. But I could see it being funny either way. Like just a white guy getting like just slumped into a pile of fucking clothes on the stage and Will Smith just turns around. Again,
This is payback for Jake Paul and Nate Robinson.
But I mean, imagine the other way around. If that was the other way around, I hate to play that. Imagine if a white guy.
Oh,
But
there's
if a
been
white
so
guy
much
did that-
what ifs
I know,
the whole time.
I know.
And they're in the danger. Like, what if this? Like, the danger. This is the fun one. What if a fucking
If a white guy slapped a black guy at
Oh
the
my God.
Oscars so white, if that happened, I mean,
It started a race war, and it
In that
should,
moment,
and
in
it
that-
should.
absolutely. Denzel, Tyler Perry, Diddy, all those people, Questlove, all those people who were involved, they are on stage just fucking. It's reverse Rodney King. That dude is dead on stage. The race war begins, and we would look back in textbooks and be like, "Yep, check it out."
Yeah, that was
Check
fair.
out.
That was fair play.
That was the moment.
We'd really crossed the line with that one.
It is just, I mean, staggering. It really reads like Mad Libs, you know? It's like, like just insert names. And the fact that it was
Benedict
two guys
Cumberbatch
in-
would have licked his fingers first.
Get the powder out.
That just seems like some British shit.
That is so demoralizing, man. So demoralizing. I saw someone call it his simp hand, not his pimp hand. His simp hand so strong. Don't you at the end of the day, though, feel like Will Smith had to go home and be like, Jada, Can you like stop being horrible to me now? Like,
Clearly, do you see what you're doing to me?
right.
Let's just Jay, let's
Like,
sit down.
look at what I've become.
Let's just have a talk real quick.
Yeah.
Do you see what's happening? I just slapped a man on stage while 13 million people watched.
Right. Because he
And
made
then
fun of your hair.
And then I cried into a microphone, and then I danced to my own music.
Yeah, this is a full breakdown.
Do you want to look up the definition of manic for me real quick, or is this enough that you've lived it?
It's so true, dude. And like Jaden Smith tweeted, and that's how we do it.
I've been on a roller coaster of hysterically laughing, maniacally crying, and being violent for the last 4 hours. You want to step in here, Jada?
Can we go home now? Can we go home, please? Crazy.
She's like, I don't know, maybe one more drink. He's like, oh God!
Man, it is. I said not, discounting. I was trying to think of the craziest moments of live TV because there have definitely been more crazy things that have aired on TV. But like we were watching news coverage when the second tower got hit.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? We tuned in for something crazy. I think our Bud Dwyer blowing his head off at whatever the fuck that was being televised. I think the Challenger, unfortunately, that was a bad one. I mean, obviously those are like fucking way worse and way tragic.
Yeah.
But like, as far as when you were tuning in for some entertainment and you got that, it's up there as far as like, and again, because of the
I
cachet,
can't really
because of the
speak to it
names.
because unfortunately
You weren't there.
I didn't see it, so I didn't have that. I didn't
really
really
see it live.
sucked. I didn't have that initial I knew what had happened, and then I
Yeah.
was waiting to see it.
Right.
Kinda deal. Like
I
but if I saw it live, I'd have been like, "There's no way."
yeah,
Like, there's no
well,
way.
especially because in America they cut it. The only thing we have is
that was the
Japanese
first
in
clip I
Australia.
saw.
When he slapped and just walked away, and that was it.
No. The first clip I saw was
Japanese or whatever.
Japanese, Australian, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Now, so I've been waiting for kind of the reaction of everyone today. Tiffany Haddish weighed in. Tiffany Haddish said that she's fully supports Will Smith. She said,
Me too.
She said it was the most beautiful
Hashtag
thing
me too.
she's ever seen. She said to watch a black man stand up for her. I don't really love people I know there's two black people involved. Like, people were telling Kelly Keegs to stop talking about it because we're white. And I was like, come on. Like, what? Why can't we talk about
what
this?
does that mean?
Somebody tweeted at Kelly, replying to one of Kelly's tweets, being like, the black, it was almost like Chappelle's show, like the black delegation. It was like, black people are requesting that. Let me get the exact.
Is that a popular thing though? Like yeah, one person said it, but like, is that I
She said, we're asking all non-black people to stay out of this affair. Thank you for respecting our privacy. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But that's a crazy person. That's not.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
That,
No,
that,
but
that doesn't seem to be the general vibe of the internet.
I think there's like a racial undertone to it for sure. I think. I don't think it's like I don't know how many people are saying that, but Tiffany Haddish specified like watching a black man stand up for her husband was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and I appreciate it. She said it meant the world to me, and then she said that she went up to Jada Pinkett, and she said, "You better suck his dick from the back tonight." Which, I mean, I agree with. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Japs this week cracked me up. He's just gonna get that thing sucked on.
Do you see Malisax?
Who?
Oh yeah,
Jake Malisack. He's like, she must have that grippy.
No, she must have that fucking blackmail.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's getting his dick stuck that night. I feel like if anything, that was.
Oh come on, best actor, and you slap a hand in the face.
He's getting his dick sucked, not by Jada Pinkett.
Why not? They fuck still.
I don't think they do.
Why?
Because she's fucking everybody else.
But that's okay. People cheat and still fuck their significant others.
Yeah, but I don't. I think part of the problem is that Jada Pinkett fucks everybody and Will Smith doesn't, and that's why he's always crying and writing books about how he's puking when he fucks other girls. But yeah, I mean, there ain't no sex like I just won Best Actor. Bitch slapped a man and
like,
made the most.
Bro, there hasn't been an instance of such chivalry since medieval times.
Yeah, for real.
That shit.
That's why it's ridiculous.
There were fucking knights who beheaded people because they fucking looked at their girlfriend sideways, and then there's Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's fucking. They put. They say you say like when you look up the picture. You look up fucking blank in the dictionary, you see a picture.
Yeah.
Put Will Smith next to chivalry. That man's a goddamn hero.
Yeah, it's like King Arthur. You're out.
He should.
This guy.
He should be the first American knighted.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Sir Will Smith. What did you do? Bitch slap Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
I am excited to see what Chris Rock. I mean, if there's anybody to inspire and be a muse for Uncut Gems. I feel like Chris Rock, who has done it all, and probably in some instances is kind of like, I could do another special, I guess, but what's the point?
Yeah.
Now you got something like this. Ugh.
Yeah, I think Chris Rock
He should call it like the slap tour or something like that.
Chris Rock is obviously no doubt a legend. I think he could use a kick in the ass.
I feel like you're so team Will Smith that it's disrespectful to Chris Rock.
I'm
Fuck you.
humongously team Will Smith.
I'm so Chris Rock now because you're so disrespectful
so
to
team
Chris
Will
Rock.
Smith. Why am I disrespectful to Chris Rock?
Because you got to pick a side, and you're picking a side.
Yeah, he is.
If Chris Rock came in the room and you were sucking Will Smith's dick from the back like you are, he'd be like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah, for sure. Chris Rock openly admitted he told a not a very good joke. I don't mean offensive. I just mean like it was a very good joke. And then I'm a little down on Chris Rock after the 9/11 thing when he was just like, I don't even have jokes up here.
Well, it's because he was filling in for drunk Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, but like you think you have jokes. You're a joke teller.
Yeah.
Like,
Tell jokes, joke teller.
Like, guys,
Dance, monkey.
Like stand on
Dance
stage
for me, boy.
in front of fucking 20,000 people. It's like, I don't have anything to say. Like, we mean still 10 minutes, Chris.
No, man, he is the fucking.
I love Chris Rock.
I think him at his peak is
I
pretty untouchable.
Might be joking a little bit here, but I want to be very clear. I'm a humongous.
I think we should get Chris Rock in here, and you should tell him that I'll slap you in your fucking teeth because I'm Team Will Smith. And then my favorite piece of the reaction, the backlash, if you will. Judd Apatow saying that he could have killed him is just one of my favorite tweets of all time.
Dude, it is.
It's like, unless did Judd Apatow think he was carrying a fucking shiv? Did he think that there was a chance there was a weapon involved? I don't know how we jumped to murder.
I will say this: it was not a. I mean, it was a unique take, but it wasn't a wholly unique. There were
A lot of people saying that.
not a lot,
Like
of
violence,
course, but
Yeah.
I saw a thread of a doctor who was like explaining how it was. Yeah, I get how it could have killed him. Like,
Yeah.
Chris Rock tripped, he hit his head, had
Yeah.
some hematoma, whatever that shit is. Like, yeah, in an absolutely literal
Yeah,
world,
if he falls down
sure,
and hits the
something
step and-
insane could happen.
Yeah.
he could have slapped him, and then someone else in the crowd could have shot him. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are how people die.
Right,
but
right.
like on this fucking planet.
No.
No,
Not
there's
really a big
not.
deal.
Dude, the doctor, the thread I saw was fucking. She said that her first example was if Will Smith had done that to Betty White, she would have died.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah.
First of all, she's already dead. Second of all, if a grown man slaps a bag of bones who's 100 years old, Betty White would have turned into dust. She would have disintegrated.
And then I love the other people who the kind of the other side were like, Will Smith would have done that if it was The Rock up there. Like, yeah. No fucking shit. Like, that's part of being the bigger person. You can fucking hit people.
That's why you're big. That's what's
pretty
cool about
rare.
being
The
big.
little guy's the first one to throw a punch.
Yeah, man.
Unless you're talking about like some Mexican UFC dude who's like,
if you got slapped, what do you think you would do?
exactly what Chris Rock did.
Yeah.
In that situation.
But I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think we've talked about this
I think
before.
that's
where,
like the adult way to handle it.
In order for me to get physical, you probably have to do something to a woman I'm with. I don't think. I mean, if you're gonna, if you're gonna punch me and you're gonna fucking keep punching me, well then yes.
Yeah.
But if you just like do that,
Yeah.
and, like you start walking away.
But
or
I
something
feel
like
like and I'm not a fighter at all, but I think I'd be worried that I would like just instinctively like grab you or something, and then we end up like rolling around on stage,
Yeah.
looking like one of those cartoon fights where there's like a ball of dust. You know what I mean? But like if you hit me, I think, and again, not being a fighter at all, I think it takes a severely comfortable and like secure dude to really just eat it. And he didn't take his hands from behind his back. Like not a this, not a that, not a fucking grab.
I mean, it's because Will's got that fucking quick draw, baby.
I guess
you
so.
don't have a chance when Will Smith's coming at you.
You know, like back up. He didn't. I mean, he just stood there, and that is like some stoic shit that I feel like deserves more credit than it's getting. People saying that he's a bitch. It's like
I
we're
definitely.
not in the
I don't think there's.
octagon
I don't
here.
think there's a bitch involved here. I think.
Well, Jade is involved.
I think
Got her. Come get me, Will. Come get me. I would love to be smacked in the face by Will Smith. That's also part of why I think Chris Rock was probably like,
Yeah, right.
I mean, man, if Will Smith wants to fucking hit me with a sledgehammer, he can come do
Someone
it.
tweeted Chris Rock's Wilbur tickets for this week went from $80 to $500.
Wow. Yeah, because you're
It's
going
the
to
first
get
show
like the
after.
raw
Yeah. Chris
reaction.
Rock's doing the Wilbur?
Yeah.
You know who else did? We warmed it up for you, Chris.
Yeah.
We warmed it up for you, pal. Hey, Chris.
Bet he can't throw a shoe
I was
up
going to say,
the
see how
third.
far you can throw your Ferragamo shoes, Chris. Dude, that is, I mean, I probably wouldn't do that. But no, I don't know. If somebody told me right now, like, you want these tickets, nah, I probably wouldn't do it. But it is, if you're a comedy fan, you're a Chris Rock fan, or even if you're like a fucking reporter, or like we probably should do that and be in and get the fucking inside scoop on what he's saying. There's a lot of value in being at his first show.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, he's probably like,
When is it?
I think it's this weekend.
although I guess he doesn't get that money. That's all secondary shit. But
Yeah.
whatever else he's putting on stage, if I'm Chris Rock at the Wilbur, I'd be like, I'm adding 11 shows. Are you gonna be up there? Might be. Pop in.
I don't know. I got some interest.
We could probably find I'm sure we can get somebody to hook it up. But I feel
What's up,
like
everybody?
that is like the must watch, must listen, must see.
Speaking of
act.
comedy and comedians, I think we all follow a lot of comedians now because that's mostly what we do. Let's relax, guys.
What are we doing now? Like
let's-
comedians have to be able to say whatever they want and not get.
Everyone, let's relax, guys.
Yeah, I haven't seen much, but I could see
It's a
people
lot
being
of,
like,
like-
"Are we gonna slap everybody in the face who makes a joke about our loved one?" Sort of thing.
And also just like the fear of like that could happen to anybody. Like it's not gonna happen to you.
It's never happened before, and it probably will never happen again.
What if Will Smith can do that at the Oscars? What can happen to me at the Chuckle Hut? Shut up. Go do your fucking jokes.
10 minutes and shut the fuck up. Yeah, I mean, as always, the reaction is the overreaction, and then the overreaction to the overreaction. It's like, it's an all-timer for sure, though, and I feel like it's just perfect when nobody's dead and nobody's hurt, and we can just talk about it and make fun of it forever. All right, enough about Chris Rock and Will Smith. We can talk about that we'll talk about that for years to come. But wait, hang on 1 second. I just got a funny text. We can actually leave this in the show. Keegan right now is doing his kindergarten test, where you like meet and sit down with the teacher to make sure, like, I don't know, that you're not too dumb and you can do kindergarten. And they're doing shapes, and she drew a triangle, and she said, "What is that?" He said, "A pyramid." and then before she could correct him, he goes, "No, I'm being silly. That's a triangle, not a pyramid." And then she said to him, "So what makes you laugh?" And he said, "When Daddy falls down," which I'm pretty sure is more of a like when I'm goofing around and shit. But also, there's probably times when I'm just like a spaz and falling down, and he's just laughing at his like fucking klutz of an old man. So shout out to all the parents out there going through that. So we'll get into our top fives in honor of Will Smith and Chris Rock. We're gonna do top 5 slaps or hits of all time. Before that, though, it's story time from Fresh Face Johnny
Not
over
even
here.
stories. It's just too.
Well, you
interesting
went
things that
down to
happened.
a wedding in New Orleans.
Oh boy.
When was the last time you were there?
Jazz Fest 2019, and I was supposed to go to Jazz Fest 2020, and then COVID happened.
Jazz Fest 2019. And when was? How many times have you been since the incident?
I don't even have a count.
Countless times. Like
Yeah.
you're always down there.
New Orleans, aside from New York, Boston, like obviously those cities I live near.
That's the city
it's
you've
the
been
city
to
I've
the
been to the most long shot.
Interesting. That's a dangerous one. I feel like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It is.
No. Well, I mean, we saw you hop on the scale.
Bro, wow, I forgot about that. What the fuck was that all about? I mean, like that's like it was like Hank tried to call me out that I was like making it up. I wasn't making it up. But, like that clearly has to be fake. Like I'm not 240. That cannot be what I weigh. I just don't look like I weigh 240 pounds. It is. I would guess I'm 225, 230 maybe.
I mean, we're just gonna blame scales now. When we're not.
if there's a scale,
There's a scale in the office. It's in one of the bathrooms.
all right, I'll
Go
jump
get
on
it.
a scale. There's
Yeah.
no way I weigh 240. That was like, it was nice because I had tweeted the night before about
It was so funny
about
too because
eating.
it was like, like
Yeah.
on the nose. It was almost like that scale stops at 240. It was like bam, and no. I mean, that was special. 240.
240 is
But I mean, I said it. It's like if you've gained. I mean, you're obviously much more in shape and like exercise more than I do. But I over the years, I put on 20 pounds, and you would have put on. If you put on the same 20 I put on, you would go from 220
I've
to
like
240.
always been like 215 to 225. If I just jumped up to 240,
But like that's what happens when you hit like you're pushing mid 30s now. Like but your body changes.
I guess I am. Yeah, I
No,
guess
you're
I am.
definitely mid 30s.
Yeah.
And like that is one of the worst feelings is when you can't just bounce back anymore. Like there's certain.
But here's the thing. I did that scale just happened to be in the like
okay.
I don't.
We're blaming the scale again.
No. I'm just saying like I never step on scales because I don't really care. Like I just all I
But
give a
that's
shit
what I mean.
about
Like,
is what I
so,
look like in the mirror.
So you haven't been on a scale in so long, and in all those years you've been drinking and eating, and even though you have worked out, even probably when you do work out, you put on some muscle along with some fat. Like it's entirely possible that like you're not just like my whole life. It's like, but your whole life's different from when you're
Yeah.
30s to mid 20s.
I
you know?
agree. I agree. Even
No matter what I did, I like never broke like 190 like ever. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, it goes to like 195, and now it went to 200.
But even if I am 240, I don't give a shit. Like it is, I am just I'm a
seems
look
like you maybe give a shit.
I'm a look in the mirror guy, and
Yeah.
and I like what I look like in the mirror.
Yeah.
So like, all right, that's fine.
Dude, we clip that.
That's I
That's
think,
a fucking first. I like what I look like in the mirror from
Well,
John
that's
shaves
Feidelberg.
his
I mean,
face has
I don't look. I like it better than 240.
See, I've always been the opposite.
Like,
I hop
like-
on and I'm like 180, and I look like a fucking skinny fat bag of bones. I'm like, I don't care that it says 180. I look disgusting.
Yeah, right.
You know?
right.
So-
like who like I mean like that's the reason the scale was just there. I was like basically I was in the gym. I was like I don't know like taking a break between a set. I saw the scale. I was like I'll step on that. When
It was a scale from like 1925.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything except like clothes fitting. Like I hate when I used to be like I always fit a large, and like certain times where I was skinny enough, or certain brands that were like big enough, like a medium would fit. Now it's like large and XL instead of large and medium, and all of my large clothes are like, well, there's a titty popping out, there's a love handle popping out, and now I have to like either deal with that or buy new clothes,
or just
Or I'm getting
deal with
shape,
deal
but,
with
like,
it mentally. You mean?
Yeah.
like in
And
my
it's
head.
like I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. So I don't care what the number says either. But I'm just on the other side of it.
It is. If I lived down in New Orleans, then maybe I would start caring about the number because it's fucking.
Bad news.
Bro, it's crazy. It is honestly, it's the best city in the country. And there's really, I mean, I know there's issues with violence. I think one of my friend's dads was telling me he's lived there his whole life. He's like, this is the most violent it's ever seen. Which I don't know if that's true or not, but it's what someone told me. But like, it's so fun. The food is so, I think it is the
That's why
only,
you 240, bro.
it's like I think it's like one of the only places like in the country where like there's like genuine culture.
Yeah.
Like
the music, the food.
Even New York, like you
know
walk
what I
around New
heard
York, like this
recently,
could be
though?
any city, really.
Didn't you tell? Somebody told me this, that it's not actually French. It's something else. Like everything's like supposed to. I think it's actually Spanish.
What?
Like apparently a lot of like the culture that we know of in New Orleans, like actually came from when it was occupied by the Spanish and not the French.
I don't think I told you that.
Yeah.
But that is interesting.
Whatever it is, it's dope.
It's fucking dude. Literally that first night I got there, I had 3 po' boys. Which, by the way, do you know the origin of po' boy? This is one I actually have. I did know. It was I just know. 'Cause I bring it up. I talked to people about it this weekend as well. But that okay. We'll get to this. We'll get to po' boys in a second. Let's see.
All right, wait. Let's place bets.
I bet I'm sub 230.
John is usually in tune with his body. He has been working out. Have you been lifting?
Yeah, but like, I don't go to the gym. I just have those weights I use in my apartment. I do that in Lightboxer.
Does anybody here know their weight
I
for
have
sure?
30 pounds in the max.
Yeah.
Okay, so hop on there and we can find out if the with your shirt on, like. Oh. Okay, so we'll test out. We'll get a baseline here to see if the scale is working.
It's also like these electronic scales fucking suck. Probably not gonna figure out how to work. Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, they got them. 190.
Okay, so we know you're smirking here. Okay, let's go around the room first. Do you think? Don't hop on yet.
I know.
Nick, 240 or not 240?
Not 240. I'm gonna say over 230 just because I recently weighed myself and I'm 10 pounds heavier.
That's the thing. Like everybody just
so
got
I-
heavier.
yeah.
Jackie,
I feel like I look the
under
same.
or over under 240 or 240. What do you think?
240. Yeah, I don't know.
Said that real quick.
Wait, no. I don't know men's weights. I'm just saying if like
I'll tell you this one. 240 is a fucking lot.
okay, two.
But it could stand to reason that a guy who's like 215, 220, 225 when he's in his 20s is going to be a little bit more when he's in his,
Took
in
off
his
the
30s.
shoes.
Well, he also got the beard, so we get a couple extras here. I'm gonna say for the fun of it, 240, but I think it's gonna be like 236.
I'm gonna go 232.5.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Moment of truth. Oh, boo!
Say it. I was gonna say under 215.
That's lame.
I'm actually now I'm disappointed how light it is.
Okay, I'm a little upset.
We're like the same weight now, John. That's a problem. That's always been.
I just need to see if I need to go for a run.
The answer is yes, Nick. The answer is yes.
I like this scale. It's better than mine. Not by much though. It keeps moving. Fuck. You had your shoes on too.
Yeah, I have my shoes on.
Yeah, you try to keep all the weight on. It's funny when you're weighing yourself one way or the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to keep all the weight
Oh
on.
yeah, gotta do it at night. Gotta do it at night. The moon pulls the gravity off or some shit.
It's also on carpet.
That matters?
Yeah.
Well, we know that Pabs was accurate, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be the most wrongest scale of all time down there in New Orleans.
you.
You're off by 30 fucking pounds.
I knew that's why I
That's fucked up to do to people in a gym.
I would have never had a problem tweeting that, but like when I tweeted, I knew there was no fucking chance I weighed 240. But anyway, what's the point? Oh, po' boys, dude. So
What is a po' boy?
it's a sandwich.
I know, but I don't think I've ever had one. Crawfish or whatever?
No, it can be anything really.
Oh.
It is. I think it's on. First of all, it's on French bread. Is really the big thing I think of it. And then I think it's typically shrimp or maybe a fried fish or something like that. But you can. I mean, I've had buffalo chicken po' boys before. I've had whatever. But its origins is that there was a restaurant back in the day that was founded by a man who used to work in the streetcar industry. And then when there was a strike in the streetcar industry, that restaurant gave out sandwiches to all these striking employees and shows of support. But they would just
poor
kinda-
people,
but
po' boys.
They would just kind of cut open a French bread, throw some fucking fish in there, throw some shrimp in there, and here you go. But whenever he saw a striking employee coming, he would joke, "Oh man, here comes another po' boy," and then they got known as po' boys. But it was the
That's
French
funny.
bread. It's like I was like, "This is cool. That is a cool little story." I'm a sucker for like a little something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but anyway, I don't know why we're talking about any of this. It was a blast. It was fucking awesome. It was great. The wedding was at 5 p.m., which is the dangerous time in New Orleans.
Why is that?
Just because you could go out all day.
Oh, yeah.
They went all day. Like
to,
leading up.
to behave yourself until 5 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you
And,
should have your wedding at like 9 a.m. in New Orleans.
Dude, we were at a bar at like, we were just getting ready because I was in the groom's party, which is technically the bridal party, but it sounds weird to say.
Yeah, I know.
So,
it
like,
should be like the
I
bridal
was-
party and the groomsmen or something
Yeah,
like that should be.
the like when they were saying at church like, and the bridal party's gonna go here. I was like, is that us?
should be called like the wedding party,
right?
right?
Yeah.
The marriage party.
But the we're drinking. The night. I'll start with the night before. Okay, so the night before we're out on bourbon, and I got there Thursday night. So Thursday night I actually kept it. I was in control pretty good. Up to like
It's a scary time to do that. Like where New Orleans is up there with Vegas, where it's like you don't really need an extended stay.
Yeah. So the Thursday night I got, I had beers, but I kept it relatively in control. Friday woke up, exercised, and then was like, time to pop the governor off. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so Friday got ripped. Ripped. And we were at, I forget where, like, we were at Razoo on Bourbon Street. This is like, we had a rehearsal dinner, and then we were at we went to
Is the bride and the groom a part of this or no?
they were the bride and groom kept it in control Friday night. And then, so they were, but then, I mean, like everyone, I think it was like a 350 person wedding. Like everyone was at the bar. And I had met a little lady. And I mean, like, she was just a person at the party. We were just talking and stuff like that. And we talked to a bunch of people, and everyone's kind of mingling. And she was kind of going drink for drink with me, which isn't.
Dangerous game to play.
It's a dangerous game to play.
There's not many, There's not many. It's like going drink for drink with Bert Kreischer. Like, you ain't gonna win this battle.
And then, like, I don't know. And then I just kind of I was mingling with other people. Stopped talking to her.
Did she die? Did you kill her?
And then,
Oh, there was a pause there.
well, first of all, I mean, like, I'm taking literally zero responsibility for this. Like, she went drink for drink with me for like 4 drinks, and then we were at a fucking welcome party with hundreds of people. We were talking all over the place. I don't know what she did, when she did it, where she did it. But later in the night, this is probably now like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I was talking to someone, and I saw her on like a couch at the bar. Out cold. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was with one, but most of the people had left. They were like probably like at this point like 5 people left. I didn't know where I thought she'd left an eternity ago.
Yeah.
And I she kind of caught my eye, and I was like, oh shit. So I grabbed my buddy. I was like, dude, I honestly don't know her name. I was like, that's the girl. That girl's with us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And I was like, we gotta go like help her or something. She's just out cold on a couch in fucking Bourbon Street. So I go over to the couch, and this table of girls step up in
I'm
between
sure
me,
being like,
and they're like
predator.
we saw you just notice her.
Yeah.
And I was like, 99 times out of 100, you're doing the right thing right here.
Yeah.
This one's different.
Listen, I'm the guy who was drinking with her, who put her like that. It's fine.
I was like, honestly, like you're right, but you're wrong. Right
Yeah.
now, you're wrong. And they're like, you're not getting to her. And I was like, all right. I mean, like, I don't.
Then you better protect her all night long.
Yeah. Then I was like, fine. Then go try and wake her up or something. Wasn't waking up. So,
Jesus Christ.
So I was like arguing with like the bar now. I'm like, yo, this girl isn't waking up. Like, call an ambulance or something. Like, or wake her up. Like, someone do something.
Jesus.
And then I called someone else at the wedding, who then they came down and they were like helping, trying to take care of her, and she was still out. And like we're doing like fingers under the nose, like making sure she's alive, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then an ambulance had to come, and the ambulance took her away. And then I didn't really think anything of it. And then we went out to Harrah's until 6 a.m. Like, I knew she was in good hands at this point. I didn't know the girl. And we were at Harrah's till 6 a.m. drinking all this stuff. And then at the wedding, a woman grabs me and she's like, I just want to say thank you. And I was like, oh, for what? And she's like, for saving my daughter. And I didn't see the girl. And then the girl she's behind her and she just goes,
What a baller.
I was like, that's a legend move.
Yeah. That was not her first time being rescued or taken away in an ambulance.
I was like, oh, glad to see you doing well.
That is great, dude. That's fucking hilarious. I'm pretty sure I killed a couple on my honeymoon when I got married. We were in Santorini, and we went out to the club. And we went to a club that was like either we went way too early or we went to like the not popular club because there was like nobody in there. And there was this couple from Rhode Island, and they were there as well. And we had seen them throughout the week. Like when you're on a honeymoon, you're on an extended trip like that, you see people like also doing the same trip as you. You see them at breakfast, you see them here, there. So it was a couple we saw like at the same hotel as us many times. And then we saw them at the club. And they were from Rhode Island, and
For some reason, when you say couple, I picture old people, but I imagine
no, they were young. They were
I
think they were on their honeymoon too. I think they just got married as well.
People in love, they can't possibly be young. 50.
Yeah. And we at that point, me and my bride at that point were in our drinking prime. Like we could put on a show as far as like couples could. Like I would have put us up against any other couple. There was like a couple drinking contest. We could go toe to toe with anybody. And they were doing every shot we were doing. They were going drink for drink with us, and they both like just hit the switch flipped. They went blackout, fell off a cliff, and maybe literally, because we never saw them again. And like the girl got like so drunk, she's like, nah, she picked a fight, and the guy, all of a sudden was kind of like, at first he was like, oh fuck, she's too drunk, and then like a second later he turned and he had the demon eyes, and I was like, oh, they're both gone. They are both gone, and I mean, we didn't know like where they were staying, what room they were. I think they were maybe in our hotel, but maybe not. And I think we ended up just kind of ditching them because they were like drunk and annoying and crazy, and then just gone. And hopefully, chances are they just had a flight the next day or the day after that and flew home. But there's also a chance they're dead. There's also a chance there's just a dead American couple in Santorini in 2014, and we were responsible for it. But I remember being like, I just remember her being like, I think we killed that couple. I was like, I think we did too. They're fucking gone.
The other that'd be so awesome if you just admitted to a murder. It's so sick for the podcast. Like someone looks it up and like there actually was a disappearing.
I'm trying to remember, like,
can't
it
remember
was
part of
Rhode
an
Island.
investigation.
I feel like they did know Barstool a little bit because it was Rhode Island and it was, so.
Wow, those are my people. I'm
Like,
on their side.
we could track
you
them
did
down.
some.
Yeah.
You can get slapped.
Yeah.
But the other thing that happened was the priest was he's a very nice guy, but and honestly, like I respect the hell out of this. Where like he was a fun guy, he's a cool guy, but also like took his job very seriously. Like he's like even during like the rehearsal at the church took an hour and a half. Like
Just walk through it?
bro. No, we didn't walk. We did it.
Oh, you just did the whole run through?
People did the readings.
Oh my God,
he
that's
didn't-
insane. They
he
usually go, all right, then you do the reading, then you do
Yeah,
this.
no, people did
Oh
their
my
readings.
God.
He was fucking being like, "Hey, nope, you're gonna have to read better than that for me." like he was stopping people in the middle of the reading. No.
God.
He's like, voice up, project to the back of the room, and like giving lessons. He didn't give his homily or anything like that, but like did basically everything possible. Everything you would do. He did their vows. He said we'd all be too emotional the next day, so he wanted us to hear it now. And I was like, I don't
Oh, come
think
on,
I'm gonna
bro.
be too emotional, father.
That's calling your shot a little bit too much.
But then also he's a cool guy. Like he had a beer at the rehearsal dinner, and then
Mm-hmm.
he and I like high-fived and hugged watching the St. Peter's game. That was the St. Peter's
Right,
Sweet 16 game.
Right.
And so like he's a cool dude, but he's also like
By the book.
yeah, like before the rehearsal started, he's like, I want everyone to know like this is a beautiful weekend and it's all important, but this is primarily a holy thing, and we will be holy people during this. Like really like serious with this stuff.
Speaking of
And-
holes.
yeah, and but the day comes finally, the wedding comes, and I've had a couple beers. It wasn't like I kept in control because I knew it was a serious wedding. But I'd probably had like 4 or 5 beers before we got to the ceremony on at 5, and he drops on me that basically throw the rehearsal in the trash. We're flipping everything.
Audible?
We're flipping everything. You're in the lead now. And I just went to a priest in the rectory. Well, I just went, oh, fucking goddamn it.
Fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
It was like an immediate reaction. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking goddamn. And I looked up and he was smiling. Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. I wish, I blame fucking Always Sunny for that.
Yeah.
Goddamn has been put into my,
God damn it. God damn it.
yeah.
Yep,
I never used to say goddamn. I never used to. Like 20 years ago, I didn't say
No, but
goddamn that much.
that's a go-to
and
now.
then I say goddamn it all the time now.
Speaking of Sonny, did you see Rob's post about Caitlin at the Sixers game?
No.
They went to a Sixers-Lakers game together, and they were sitting
Oh,
courtside.
yes.
And she had her hands up, and he's like, if she flapped those wings, she would hit the ceiling. It was great. Bird. So what did you have to do as the leader?
No, it was just I walked out first.
Yeah,
It was just
okay.
like I will.
Oh, fucking goddamn.
Oh, fucking goddamn.
Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it. Christ on the fucking cross.
And like he was like, it was like
I'll give you one.
As I've explained him so far, he probably had the reaction that you're thinking would. Where like he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay,
Next
but
one, I'm slapping you in the fucking mouth.
okay.
All right, let's get into our top fives. Cuts clothing. Now, if you are, 211 like John, and you have been working out and you do have some muscle, Cuts clothing is going to look primo on you. And even if you're not in shape, Cuts clothing kind of somehow makes you look like you have bigger arms and like,
It's almost
you have
like
some
Spanx.
muscle on it.
Spanx- Spanx you can wear
It is
outside.
Spanx-esque, yeah. Where you all of a sudden you just have like, oh, there's some definition in that arm. Oh, who saw that coming? But most importantly, they just have classic quality material. It's a little bit stretchy and soft. Classic colors. You got black, white, tan, navy, everything that you need to match with your shoes, match with your pants. And you can get them, you can match your, you can mix and match the neck cut with the the waist cut. So you can have a crew neck, you can have a V-neck, you can have a Henley with the buttons. You can have on the bottom, you can have a split hem, you can have a scoop hem, you can have the elongated cut, and then you can mix and match those with the mix and match of the colors, and that basically makes you have endless amounts of possibilities. Did you know this? You weren't here for Friday Night Pints. Did you know that when you shuffle a deck of cards, the different combinations for cards in a deck is 52 times 53, 52 times 51 times 50 times 49. You just keep going. So the number of possibilities is like 87 with like 68 zeros after it. So basically, no deck of cards have ever been the same.
I actually did that.
And they said if you started shuffling decks from like the Big Bang till now, you would never get the same fucking combination.
Knew that.
Every deck you shuffle, you can I was like, let's fucking sell this. Tommy should sell his NFT of it being like, this is a one of a kind deck. There's never been a deck like this ever before. So the amount of different combinations you can make with cuts clothing, with the neck, the waist, and the color, and the short sleeve, long sleeve. God bless you.
Thank you.
Is an endless amount of possibilities for you to have an entire wardrobe of the only shirt worth wearing. And right now, you can get 15% off your first order when you go to cutsclothing.com/Clancy. That's CUTS clothing.com/Clancy. 15% off. Top 5 slaps. Top 5, hits. It could be a movie. It could be. I think the only thing is we can't really do we're not doing like fights, right? Like boxing and shit like that. Or we want to include that.
I probably wouldn't have it on my list, but, but yeah, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. You go first, so I'm not sure. It's anything. You just top 5 hits.
I think I would try to stick to like slaps in the face, hits in the face. You know what I mean? But like within real life or the movies or something like that.
Okay, this is gonna be a hard one for me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you want to do something else?
No, we can get it. Okay. I'll probably do some dumb inside joke that only I get and find funny.
I mean, I only have a couple in my head too, so we're gonna have to do some rich. I'm gonna go with prior to this slap. I think there's one that beats this one. I would say the Real World slap. The slap. The first it was Real World Seattle with crazy ass Irene and that black guy David, who kind of looked like Dave Chappelle, and she's leaving because she's crazy, and he runs up to her. He's like, Irene, wait. And you almost think that he's like gonna say something like smooth it out or whatever. Opens the door to the cabin. Pow! Just pops her in the face. I think he throws her like a stuffed animal too. Because you know what she said to him? She said at the end, she was like, I hope things work out for you, David, because you're gay. You know that, right? And she calls him out like that, and he was not having it. He runs after her, being like, I'm gonna fucking get my money's worth on this bitch. Just an unbelievably petty move from two people who were absolutely bonkers crazy. But Irene, I think, actually went off the railing, went to a fucking whatever it's called, a fucking, I don't know the word.
Institution?
Yeah, institution. And was actually went crazy from being on The Real World. But that was I remember that being on The Real World, whoa. I think he had to get kicked off and all this other crazy shit. But to chase somebody down, that's like some Costanza at the jerk store. I should have fucking hit her. You know what? I'm gonna. It's not too late. I can chase this car down. Pow.
Pat Benatar, We Belong.
Just because it slaps?
Song's a hit, bro.
I can see where this is gonna go. I can see where the next 4 draft picks are gonna be.
We belong to the night. We belong to the thunder. We belong.
I, oddly enough, on my home computer, for some reason, I must have just been fucking around with the mouse, and I must have dragged it. I have one bookmarked website on my at-home computer on Chromebook, and it's the YouTube for Pat Benatar, We Belong Together. It's a great fucking song.
Bro, I remember, we were coming home from Talladega Nights, and, that's all we could talk about. We were all like,
song goes.
What was that song?
Yeah.
And we didn't have, fucking Shazam at the time, and
Right.
we were like, dude, we need to get home, and we need to figure out what that song was that's playing while they run on the track.
That is the perfect... There's a few, 80s ballads and some classic songs that I'm like, if you remade them right now with like a little hip hop beat or like a dance beat or whatever, there's certain melodies and certain choruses and shit that I don't care if you're young, old, white, black, guy, girl, whatever. They just play.
Yeah.
And We Belong Together is that shit.
Smash.
That beginning, that dun, 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 unbelievable. Since I basically have my pick of the litter now for slaps, because I know you should pick songs.
I'm gonna mix it up. I got a couple.
You got a
things.
couple?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go with the NBC show or whatever, the slap.
Oh, yeah,
The slap. That was introduced to me by the Lights Camera guys. It's on Peacock. I've been watching Bel Air on Peacock, and like they have it still. Like you can watch it if you want, which is funny because I just thought it was like this like scarlet letter that they like tried to hide away. It's like you can fucking watch that season if you want to, and maybe I will. But I mean, I just fail to understand how a whole season of television can spiral out of this one slap.
I mean, I
guess good old child abuse can lead down a bunch of different ways of content. But I mean, I guess we just talked about Will Smith and Chris Rock for an hour. So if you really put your mind to it, some kid gets slapped at a barbecue, and the next thing you know, you have a season of television. I don't know how it happens, but once White's Camera started doing the Rick rolling with the slap, I quickly found out what it was, and I was thinking to myself, have they done any Chris Rock, Will Smith, Rick rolling with the slap? Because it's just like you're replacing slaps with slaps. All right, you're up.
All right. My number 2 is going to be this one's. It might not be quite in the bounds. It just came to mind. Scott Stevens, Paul Correa.
Hockey fight?
It's just it's a hit. It's a hit.
Oh, okay.
Like he knocks Paul Correa out cold. But it's a body
Clean
check,
hit?
So I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, clean hit by that day's standards.
Not anymore though.
Not
Wouldn't fly.
anymore. Dude, watch. I remember I was at my grandfather's house and we were like huddled around the TV watching Paul Correa come back to life. It's like honestly, I would guess Kit Harington was inspired by this for Jon Snow.
Oh, when he goes like,
Yeah.
ugh, we can't watch anything today.
Okay. Watch it. So he's laying there dead. Bro, how do we not have... Yeah, so there's another angle where you see him like... You see how fogged up his face.
Yeah, he starts breathing again. Yeah.
It is... I mean, he gets smoked. Again, I don't know if this hit really...
Yeah, hit, slaps,
it's-
punch, whatever.
He's so fogged up.
That's just breathing to stay alive right there. I mean, dude. I mean, head on a swivel though. He was skating one way and looking the other. That's what happens to you, right?
It is
Fuck.
fucking bad. Fucking bad.
I will go with the general, the pimp slap.
Yeah.
Like the powder on the hand, fucking slap your prostitute.
What
in
is
the
the
face.
powder about?
I don't know. I'm not sure why that's a thing.
Original
Just like
powder.
my pimp hand is strong, you put the powder on it. Let's find out. Pimp slap powder. This is something that we just know nothing about, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, in How High did it well with Method Man and Red Man. Yeah, I don't know. You I guess because you leave a mark on their face, I guess. So it's like pow, and it leaves like the 5 fingers right there.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think you should be when you're slapping someone, you should be slapping
With the
them-
red anyway,
you don't,
right?
Yeah, you don't need the powder.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will go. Fuck, I can't even think of who sings it now. It's fucking. I know who it is when I see it. I'm gonna be so mad.
Sing it.
It's walking on broken
Annie
glass.
Lennox.
Annie Lennox. That's what
Slaps.
It is. Slaps.
Yep, that's why when Sammy Adams made "Driving Me Crazy," it was like I've heard this song before. Walking
Dude, that was an
on
album my
broken
sister had that she just played
glass.
all the time when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like it then because I was an idiot. But now it is fucking.
Yeah, you
heat.
were like, "This is gay."
no. It was not that. Dude, I told you this story. I fucking got in a fist fight on the school bus because kids wouldn't admit that Bye 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 was a banger.
Yeah, that's
They're
just-
like we don't like your boy band. Like, yeah, because son fucking is a heater.
You're ahead of your
That's
time.
why.
There's a lot of guys who can't fucking, I'll go Chappelle Show, Rick James. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Just thought of it when I said 5 fingers with the pimp slap. But who did he say that to? He said Rick James says it to Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap.
That is Such a good one.
It is the greatest. It's probably the greatest skit on his show. Like, it's not my favorite, but like when you just think of like he told the story and how they recreated it, and Rick James was actually involved in it. That's a great slap. It's a great slap back. Well, that was my fourth. Is this your fourth?
Yes, this is my fourth, and I will go with the Reggie Bush. When Reggie Bush was on the Saints, he got smoked by someone on the
I
Eagles.
think it's Darren Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins. Yeah.
I did I combined Darren Dalton with Brian Dawkins for a little Philly mashup there. That was like the original jacked up. I think.
Yeah, this is back
He
when
gets jacked up.
back when jacked up fucking meant something, and what by something we mean internal brain damage.
Yeah, back when you can click skip ad.
Jackie just has it.
Yeah, this is an all timer because he is just like right up the middle, right? He just gets.
No, it's a fucking swing pass.
Oh yeah, and he just. I think he just kind of eats it, though, doesn't he? Isn't he just like, the wind is knocked out of me.
He takes it like a champ.
You know, he's just walking off like, I am dying, I am dying. Yeah,
I forgot he went back down. Never mind. I knew he got up quick, but
yeah, probably should have just taken it down. The crawl's a bit much. The last one I had one in my mind. I guess I'll just take Chris Rock and Will Smith.
but if you're gonna take this, I think you gotta bump this up to 1.
What, take that one first?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just got great value. You didn't take it. I mean, I knew you were going to pick songs, so I'll just take the reason why we inspired this.
I took
with the
Tom
5th pick
Brady in the
overall.
6th round. Congratulations.
Tom Brady?
I said you took Tom Brady in the 6th round. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
All right, my last one is going to be.
Is he going to go song? Is he going to go NFL hit? Or hockey hit?
My last one.
There's probably got to be an MMA slap, like a disrespectful, like McGregor probably slapped somebody in the face at a weigh-in or some shit like that.
The time I was at my friend's house for dinner, his dad slapped his mom.
Woo! No, that would be good. That'd be a good one.
That never happened.
There's got to be a good
Isn't there a video of Zack getting smacked so hard he gets knocked out?
Zack? Our Zack?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, put that on the list.
Yeah, that's on the list.
I don't know if I have that.
Also put Nate getting hit in the face with a pie on it.
Yep. Put that one out there.
No, I actually never saw that one, so I can't put it there. But if I even seen that,
It's very similar to the real world one.
Really?
Because he's like getting in a car. So as he's like getting in the back seat. Very similar. Zack getting knocked out? Let's see it.
Oh, hell yeah. He's knocked out?
Oh.
That one.
Guys,
That
how
one.
did nobody bring this up the minute I said we're doing top slaps?
Dude,
How
I
did
had it in the
nobody...
back of my head the whole time.
Are you fucking kidding
John,
me?
your list sucked until now, and now you win the whole thing. His head goes bobblehead. The hat and everything. Look at that. It just says dead on top.
Bro, he fucking,
Yo,
he
he's
like
fucking
reverse
dying.
scorpions.
Honestly, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something right
He
now?
fucking looks like that bridge in Sydney, Australia. What a reference.
We listen. On the show earlier, we talked about Judd Apatow's tweet about how he almost killed him, and then we're gonna sit down with Judd Apatow where we mention how we think that tweet was a little bit over exaggerated.
We're pussies about it, but it's okay.
That man, there is proof right there that someone could die from a slap. Because I think that Zack probably became the fucking depressed little bitch boy that he is in that moment right there. I think this man slapped the happiness out of him. I mean, his head.
It was like when fucking
He was burning. He didn't know what to do with burning as he went down.
It looks like in fucking what's it called? Doctor Strange. When that chick just hits Doctor Strange into a new universe.
Yeah.
Like that's the joy sliding out of Zach's body in this slap.
Dude, we need like that. Remember that old like meme where you would.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Wait, can we hear it? Can we hear the slap? Is there volume? There's got to be good volume to it. Probably even better. Oh man, this is some dumb college shit. I love it. Oh! That sounds like a watermelon. That was cool. That was fucking cool. That sounds like a watermelon just smashing on the pavement.
Again.
Oh!
One more.
Close your eyes. Bam! That's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. One more time. Oh! I say we close out every episode from here on out with this. Wow.
God, that was fucking great.
His neck is. Everything must have hurt him, dude. Look at that. The way he comes back up is even better. Like, that is great. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh, I'm gonna watch this forever.
God damn, that's good stuff.
That is absolutely amazing. Fucking spectacular. All right, voicemail time, and then we'll get into the interview with Judd Apatow. Voicemails today are brought to you by 3Chi.
Hello,
up?
KFC Fights, Jackie and the
waiting for
crew. I was watching last week's episode when Jackie was really trying to hold back the tears, and it reminded me of a time in high school when I was on the student council, so I was in charge of playing music over the loudspeaker for some of our bigger events, and I was in the gym where I couldn't hear the music, and my advisor for a student council comes storming into the gym and is like, "Where the fuck is Aaron Hart?" I literally, my heart dropped as soon as he came in, yelling my name, and he walks up to me and he's like, Gold Digger is blasting over the loudspeaker right now for the entire school, and I was literally about to break down crying as I had to run outside in front of the entire student body, and people are busting down, and I had to fuddle around and try to change the music as fast as I can, but I really didn't want to be a pussy and start crying. So my question to you guys is, when was the time you were in a situation that you really probably could have started crying, but you didn't want to be a huge pussy, so you really tried to choke back the tears?
By the way, this is an
Look forward to
awesome
hearing your
thing. I would have
answers.
rolled in
Thanks.
there and started busting down with everybody else too.
But
Yeah,
just
that's
what
right.
a casual bussing down.
Yeah, that is for sure a new generation thing. Where it's when I hear that, I'm like, oh wow,
Bro,
damn.
that's how I know. Maybe the world is passing by. I would have said dancing.
Yes,
Everyone's in there dancing.
I can tell you, if it wasn't for this, busting down would never have come out of my mouth ever again. Ever again. Now I'm gonna be saying it all the time. You're hanging out with my kindergarten kids, you gonna bust it down? I don't. When was the time I was gonna cry?
I got a few for you.
Yeah. But I feel usually when I'm gonna cry, I cry.
Yeah.
I don't think I keep it together very often. It really is a point of no return. If I'm about to cry, I can usually stop myself and say to myself, whatever this is, even if it's serious, nobody's dead. People have it worse than you. Crying's only going to make it worse, and your nose and your eyes are going to be uncomfortable, so don't do it, And I can usually be like, okay. But if I can't, and I try to run through that mental list and stop myself, if it
You actually have a mental list like that where you kind of talk to you? Do you do that?
I don't know if it's a list, but I'll say to, I just think through, here are the reasons why it's not so bad. So it's not one list all the time, but it's each time I will try to convince myself of otherwise. But if I don't do that and it goes past that point, I'm just let's get it out. Let's just get it out, get it over with. Let me cry as hard as I fucking can, so that if I cry, I'll cry so much that I almost start laughing at myself.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I've got snot. I've got tears. There's a difference between tearing up and crying and kind of sniffling versus, you get the breathing going and you're sobbing. Then I start to make myself laugh. Then I'm like, okay, you're officially ridiculous. You're done.
I don't know. I'm weird and I don't really I don't think I've ever cried in a situation like that. Or I don't think I ever would cry in a situation like Jackie was in.
Yeah, she was a big fucking pussy. A big pussy.
I don't think work trouble does not make me cry.
No, it never should. It's I'm so happy that you're dedicated and you take it seriously, but who fucking cares about someone's work? It's oh, you ruined my work. It's good. Who cares about work?
I can't imagine that there's even when I thought I was gonna be fired from Barstool, I didn't cry.
You're just whatever. This is gonna happen now.
I was gonna quit. I was gonna go home. Fuck it.
He was gonna do the preemptive breakup.
Yeah.
You can't fire me. I quit.
Yeah. So I really don't know. I'm trying to think back to high school, but I I don't know. I just wasn't a lame, I guess.
Wasn't a big floppy pussy.
I get in. My tears are either last gas, trying to get myself out of trouble,
Yeah.
or
A tear card.
yeah, bro. Like,
Because if a guy cries, unless you're dealing with a real fucking sociopath like Jada Pinkett, a guy crying is going to make a girl be like, whoa.
I'm not even talking like I don't.
Oh,
even,
yeah, me too. I wasn't talking about that either.
I actually never even considered like trouble with
no,
girls.
yeah, me too. It was my mom. I met my mom, yeah.
I like the first time I kicked out of college, I cried my fucking eyes out. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
By the fourth time, I was like, guys, what are you doing here? why are you, at this point, it's on you. Why are you still writing checks?
Fool me once. Fool me 4 times.
The second time I got kicked out, my mom was like, "Is this the same? Tell me this is the old letter." I was like, "No, I'm gonna go be a background actor."
Bro, I can't believe you got kicked out of college. You're like the hardest worker ever.
Yeah, I just didn't apply that to school. I didn't want to do any of that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently. I get it,
Yeah.
but it's wild.
So yeah, I guess that was it's either that or like it's either that or I cry about something that clearly isn't the thing I want to be crying about.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you.
I use something as a vehicle to cry because
It's like the last straw. It's like I'm not really upset about this. It's everything else that came before
Dude,
this. But
that's probably why I cried during. I mean, like I literally cried.
Is that why you keep watching that 9/11 movie?
I haven't cried during that.
that's concerning.
But the dude, I was crying. I was just crying the other day to something.
When was the last time you cried? Pats, when was the last time you cried? That wasn't involving a death.
I got a pretty good story.
Yeah, let's go.
Senior year of high school, right after graduation, me and my friends went to Mexico, and we all got arrested. Mm-hmm. And
You thought it was over.
And I ran away. Me and my friend ran away, and then they were fucked. And so then I'm like,
What'd you get arrested for?
peeing on the side of the road.
Got it.
in Mexico.
On the side of the road, like
I
pulled
got on the
over.
side, like over to like towards the woods. Like we walked towards the woods. These guys came out with a flashlight. And everything.
Fucking get the gringos with their dicks out.
So I'm crying. Like where we're back, I'm like they're gone forever. Like our flight's in like 7 hours.
Wait, okay, so they take a couple of you away,
They
and
take 2 of us away. The other 2, the 2 fastest, got away. So me and my other friend, we got away. And I'm crying in front of my prom date, everything like that.
Yeah.
Just crying in front of her mom too. Just like these kids are never coming back. Like
Yeah.
they're in Mexican jail.
We lost our friends forever.
And then they come running back like 30 minutes later, and they're punching us in the face, all this stuff.
Punch you in the face?
Like just like
Yeah.
all just like punch, like all excited.
Yeah.
And then one kid starts crying. This is actually pretty fucked up. He's like, dude, they were gonna make me suck the guy's dick.
Yeah.
To get away.
I was thinking that's where it's going.
So then like 20 minutes of like, no, you're sucking this guy's dick. You're sucking this guy's dick. This guy just pulls out like a $15,000, I don't know how much it was, like Rolex, and gives it to the guy. He's like, will you take this instead of like making me suck your dick?
No way.
And then they all got away. But I was in full blown tears.
Holy
That's the reason why I
shit.
cried, yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Wild.
And then, so everybody was crying. But then we got back. So we're all good.
That's like that in the We Are the Millers when he's talking to the kid about him sucking his dick. You seen that scene?
Yeah.
He's like, who's gonna suck my dick? When are you gonna suck my dick? Oh
Dude,
my
that's
God.
crazy. Mexican cops are just like, dude, you're gonna suck my dick.
I wonder.
I'd be
if
like,
that-
take me to jail.
No, you know what? I bet that's a racket. I bet they're like, we're gonna tell them that you have to suck dick, and then they give us their jewelry
They
and
give
their
us
wallets
whatever.
and their yeah.
See, I'm such a bad negotiator. I wouldn't think to.
I'll just suck your dick.
I wouldn't be like, here's $300. I'd be like, all right, fucking, whatever, take it out.
Let's get this over with. Oh man, that is crazy. So you're crying and they come back. We almost sucked some guy's dick.
I'm crying. I think I just lost my
You
2
should have been
friends.
faster. what is that? Like the I don't have to outrun the bear. I just got to outrun you.
All right, next up, ladies.
Hey
tonight.
guys. So about this time last year, I started listening to the podcast, and it kind of reintroduced me to Pursuit of Happiness, which was the outro at the time. And I'm a professional athlete in track and field, and
Why should you say put
that made it onto my warm up list and all that, and took me all the way through the Olympics. So I'm starting out my season again. So what would be like top 3 songs on your playlist? Trying to get some more if I can. And 2, now that you guys are starting your professional tour, are you guys picking up any like pre-show routines, superstitions at all? So yeah, you guys made the whole journey with me all the way through Tokyo. Was listening
Look
to
at
you
that.
guys. Spent a
We're
lot of time.
inspiring the
About
Olympians
4
of the world.
months
You should have
overseas, and
answers
so listen to you guys a lot. So
Absolute banger.
thank you very much. And if you guys want to help out a struggling professional track athlete, or I work for very, very low wages. I'm a content creator, video editor, of all that sorts. Can make a mean hype video for this this triathlon.
Do it up, girl.
Let me know.
You make good content. You never know where you could end up. I feel like I don't think we have any. I don't have any superstition yet, but
I was actually thinking that before the last
Also,
show.
shout out to kind of fucking. I think it's kind of cool that Olympians listen to our show.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's
it's not.
kinda
It's
fucking awesome.
soundtrack to my life was the song we played, right? Not Pursuit of Happiness,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. But yeah,
but still same shit. I don't have any superstitions or any like routines or anything that we do.
pre-show.
Yeah.
I have to fight my dad real quick.
That was awesome.
But no, I have nothing. Other than that. I do notice this. I do notice that on the day of a show, my body shuts down.
Okay.
Like it conserves energy. Like I know
Oh,
it's
then you,
like
like, release
I'm less
it?
participating in conversations. I do like I'm like kind of just like more off on my own.
And then you
And then
unleash.
Like, yeah, it's not
good.
it's not something I do intentionally, but like I will always I'll be noticing like I've been pretty quiet.
Pretty
today.
low key. Yeah, that's good.
And I guess it's not a conscious decision. It's just something that I have eventually noticed.
Do you have any other pump up songs for her?
Bro, I don't pump up songs.
I don't get pumped up.
Bro, all
Dancing
I
on my own. Let's go.
all
How
I
about
listen
getting
to
jiggy with it?
is
What a
fucking
song.
is yeah. I mean, I guess I can have the pump up songs. It is just fucking my daily mix one, which is just punk rock songs, the same punk rock songs
Over
from
and over?
that I like literally there just aren't other songs like it anymore.
I mean, pretty much for any situation, I will recommend "Call Me Maybe."
Call Me Maybe's a good one.
It's a bizarrely pump up song. It's not. You wouldn't think it, but I think it gets the people going.
It's I'm either doing fucking nothing, or depressing music, or like I don't know, anything by Fall Out Boy. How about that? How about anything by Simple Plan? I've actually been on a big Simple Plan because they put out a new song recently, so I've been going back through their old catalog.
Simple Plan's still like alive.
Fucking right, they're
Good
still alive.
for-
My
good
Chemical
for
Romance.
them.
Like, I mean,
Good for them.
that's it. I'm not. Don't come. I don't have a lot of help with music. I know that. That's for sure. I'm not going to be very beneficial.
Well,
to
no,
anyone
you know
in
what?
the music world.
I will put together something, and people can tweet this. Tweet us your top 3 pump up songs, whether that's the gym or a big event or just like gets your energy flowing, like
Jimmy
whatever
World
it is.
Sweetness. That was our like hockey go out to song, like when we were like mites. That was we were young. I mean, maybe not quite mites, but like it was in. I think I'm trying to remember what. Okay, so I think my high school. I'm trying to remember what our.
I mean, you can do the generics like "Lose Yourself" and
Nah,
fucking,
we didn't have that.
"Till I Collapse" and stuff like that.
There's a great cover of it, "If It Makes You Happy" by a guy. It's Michael Sarah Palin. Like
what?
yeah, it's a punk rock cover of it.
Dude,
That-
I'm watching
that gets me going.
Life and Beth. It's an Amy Schumer
Yeah.
show.
Oh, I heard
It's
that's
a good
awesome.
show. I don't really like Amy Schumer. Probably like similar feelings towards like most of our fans have towards her. It's like, you still jokes and your comedy, whatever. But the show is good, and Michael Cera's in it, and he plays like this like kind of like autistic, awkward dude, and it is unbelievable how well he does it. It is
Well,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
He's been
it
method
is
acting it for 25
spot
years.
on. Yeah. That's why I love him in This Is the End, where he's like doing coke and getting his ass eaten and shit. All right, last voicemail. What we got?
There's no question here.
Motherfuckers.
Yo, okay. So we saw this, and then there was
I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
we saw there was you might not have seen it. There was one on the Barstool Instagram as well. Middle of the tower, same shit. But I mean, I hate to be that guy, but like that block hits the ground, it's over.
Really?
Yeah, if you drop a block on the ground, it's Jenga.
I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah. So all those pokes and slaps and shit are cool, but I'd be the guy being like, "You lose."
Huh. Well, because like
I mean, if you take a block out and you drop it, it's over.
I don't know that it's over.
A block hit the ground. It's got to be over.
I don't think it is. What you're saying is reasonable, and I follow the logic.
That
of
one
it.
doesn't make sense because doesn't he wipe out the one on the side?
I don't know. I remember it was like McAfee's dad doing it.
Yeah.
Which was like took over the internet. But the
How do you lose in Jenga? I think you got to hold on to it.
but like so during fucking
The only moving Jenga block allowed in the game is the one that is being moved or replaced. Yeah. The loser is the player who causes the tower to fall.
tower.
But so like if one falls off, it has to come from the tower.
I think the tower stays in tower. I think it's because like here's the
Okay,
deal.
all right. Well, what do you do? What do you do if one falls off?
I mean, there's no way that happens except for this one way.
What if I am like putting it back on top and I just
Like
knock
if you
one off?
just had it in your hand and you dropped it, I do not think anyone would say that's Jenga.
I feel like it kind of is the same way you can't touch with two hands but okay, say there's one on top and I take the it was just the video playing.
Oh.
If I just took my block and as I'm putting it on top, I knock the top block off and it falls and hits the ground. Yeah, it has to be like because what do you do with that block? Just put it back? You can't do that.
Yeah, no, you're again.
I
You're
feel like
making
the rule
sense.
should be
But like when we were
if
doing
you-
it during stool streams, Hank never tried to stop us. Like it's been
the
attempted.
game
a lot.
ends when the tower falls completely, or if any block from the tower, other than the block a player moves on a turn. Other than the block a player moves on a turn. So I guess you can drop that as long as it's that one block.
Because again, there were a million times we were attempting it during stool streams. I don't think anyone ever did.
And
it
I never thought,
successfully.
because it's like,
But
it wouldn't. I was thinking more. One time I did the pull, and it fell.
Yeah.
But then I had it to put on top. I don't think I've ever done a hit. I've only done the pull, because I think maybe just in my head I was thinking you had to. The game ends when the tower falls completely, or if any block from the tower. The loser is the person who made the tower fall. I mean, from now on, I mean, you could take it out and you could drop it, you could kick it, you could throw it around.
I feel like I've seen like a drop or something like that before, so that makes sense that it's allowed to.
I guess as long as you don't pick it up with the second hand. All right, well, shout out to the Jenga Kings. Then I take back what I said. I'm more impressed though by the people who can take it and wiggle and fucking move it and get it done that way. That's the real impressive people. It's not the flashy ones. It's, that's going the opposite way when the shift is on instead of hitting the home run. All right, interview time with the incomparable Judd Apatow. This is a moment where, like, we interviewed Judd Apatow, like, way too cavalierly. Like, we landed Judd Apatow, Kelly booked him, we were like, okay, cool. And we just did an interview. It's Judd fucking Apatow. Like, top, like 5 in, like, the history of movies. Like, the Hollywood game, Judd Apatow.
Did you see when you say something during the interview where you're like, I feel like if you get the Judd Apatow seal of approval, like, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, you think so, Kev? And you see his laugh. He was like,
Yeah. Right.
He's like, it's a pretty big fucking deal.
That's gotta be. Could you imagine knowing that you have the Midas touch? Like if I bless you, your career is made. If I turn you down, like all of Hollywood does too. I don't even think I want that power.
Right.
Because then you have to like be right every time almost. You know what I mean? You can't even like, have a flop. So he's got a new movie, The Bubble. He's got a new book, Sicker in the Head, and it's an interesting interview because obviously we have these crazy comics and internet personalities and we're morons, people yelling and screaming and getting excited. And Judd Apatow is as calm and as cool as a cucumber, but he's a treasure trove of stories and information and knowledge and shit. It is just like talking to that dude. We only have a half hour with him, but I would love to be able to like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Tell me about everything in your mind because clearly you're like one of a kind to be like on that level.
Yeah.
His resume is disgusting. As you listen to this interview, open up his IMDb and look at the names and the movies. It's disgusting.
And also, we'll address, we addressed his pretty viral tweet.
Yeah. So we talked
Kinda
about the
pussies
slap.
about it, but
yeah,
it's
no,
all-
definitely pussies about it.
But like,
So-
but
so-
also like, it's just like, what are we gonna like?
Judd Apatow sits down.
Clearly didn't want to talk about it.
We bring up Chris Rock and Will Smith, and you can tell he's like, yeah, and he doesn't want to talk about it. And we speak about Chris Rock and Will Smith in general. He kind of gives anyways.
Yeah.
And that's like, okay,
He
time
was
to move on.
sitting like this.
Yeah, he was like far away from the
He
microphone.
was sitting like this, like clearly. He was giving as strong as body language can be given.
Like, I don't want to do this
I don't
anymore.
want to do this.
And then luckily
I
we
don't.
did end up having a conversation about social media, so I could be like, so that tweet was that was something, because that tweet is absurd. But at the end of the day, we pussy out because we're not lunatics who want to cause controversy and confrontation. I'm not gonna slap you in the face. I'm gonna make you comfortable for the interview, and as long as you're cool and awesome, I will not fuck with you. If you're an asshole, that's a different story. But Judd Apatow, far from that. So, interviews brought to you by Sling TV, where you can get all your entertainment. You can watch all your movies and stream TV shows. You can get your Barstool content and live sports. So everything you need, all in one spot on Sling TV, and the only place you can get the 24/7 Barstool Sports channel, where you can watch this podcast or the video format of all your favorite podcasts, or you can watch the Brandon Walker original shows, or you can watch Kelly Keegs' Sunday night show on the other line. A million different things, all airing 24/7 from the pirate ship here at Barstool HQ, along with all the other entertainment you need. Go to sling.com/Barstool to sign up and try it for free. That's absolutely free when you go to sling.com/Barstool, and it's affordable after that free trial ends. So go do it now. It's Judd Apatow on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him. So how many more apps can I add on that are just going to drive me crazy?
How many ways can I get people to call me an asshole?
Yeah.
You know, like anything you say, and anything you say, people are like, fuck you.
Absolutely.
If you're just like, I don't think people should punch each other on stage.
I was going to
You're
say,
an asshole. I don't like violence. Go fuck yourself.
You were mixing it up last night, but did we really think that he would maybe kill him?
I would say.
All right, thanks for watching today's episode. If you want to make sure you never miss a KFC Radio episode or anything that comes out of the KFC Radio channel, make sure you subscribe. You can also click the bell icon.
KFC Radio Universe.
The KFC Radio, yeah. You got the KFC, the MCU, the KFCU.
Yeah.
You got the KFCU here, the KFC Radio verse, where we have characters and movies and all that. Subscribe. Never miss a piece of content from our KFC Radio universe.
Not a mouthful.